Hi, I'm Matt Nyer. I'm a Senior Applications Engineer for Makino. And in this quick tech tip, we're going to talk about M448, M449. So what do M448 and M449 do? They are custom Makino M codes. So for those of you that have been wondering how you can put data onto our tool data page, what we're going to do is we're going to use these two M codes, and we can populate things from a program, MDI, or things you want to do on the fly in our tool data page in regards to our tooling information. And as you all know, there's tons of information on that tool data page. Understand that I'm going to show you a quick example here how to do one field. We're going to do a spindle load upper and maybe a spindle load lower, but anything on that tool data page basically we can write to. So if you want to write tool life, clear tool life, it really opens up some doors here on you thinking what you could do from a program standpoint of populating that tool data page. The difference between the two is the M448 allows me to write the same data for a bunch of tools in a list. Okay, so if I wanted to write one value, that same value to a lot of different tool numbers, that's what we're going to use an M448. All right, if I wanted to write a lot of different data for one tool, I would use an M449 because it allows me to turn that tool on and then modify different sets of data without turning the M code on or off. All right, so the first example we're going to do is an M448. So if we look here, here's the structure for an M448 call. Once again, all this information is in your M code list, in the books that come with the machine. So if you look up M448, you're going to see in that description that an S defines what tool data you're trying to capture. A T is the cutter number. When we break into the function, the S is the actual pot number, or in some cases the program tool number. It is configurable from a parameter. And the T5000, we have no decimal places. This is actually going to put 50% into our spindle load upper, which is the S119 in our book. That's what it says it points to. And the S1 is for pot number 1. So if we run this, let's go to our tool data page, and if we highlight tool 1, and we come over to our spindle load upper, we're going to hit start. You're going to see a 50 go in there. So it's a nice way to set data from a program, from MDI. Let's say you have a measurement program for your guys because you have features that an ATLM in the machine, an automatic tool length measurement device. You can actually write values that measure the tool and then set all kinds of data here, or reset your tool life, all kinds of stuff. So it opened up a lot of possibilities. So in the same breath, we're going to try this with an M449, and we're going to write two sets of data for that same tool. All right, so you'll see the structure is similar, yet it's different. The codes stay the same, but the formatting is a little bit different. When we looked at the M448 structure, you saw that it defined a tool type at the top, and you defined a bunch of tools, if you will, in the S command. So we could set that data for a long list of tools if we wanted to, by only using the M448 function once. Now, if we would like to set a lot of data for a single tool number, that's where the M449 comes in. We can see here we have an M449. The S designates the tool number or pot number. T defines the cutter number, 1 through 6. And then these values are then, it's still the same value, but we can list multiple values, and you're going to see those values go over to the tool data page. So if we look at our tool data page, if we zero this and we hit start again, you're going to see both those values come over. So once again, M448, M449, this is how we write data from MDI or a program into our tool data page.